Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Browns. Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. And Thomas has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second down, Howell back to pass. To the right side and complete to Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Back to the ground with Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
On first down, Howell. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 17 yards out. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10, right at the 30. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Watson. Is caught out left by Bell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Watson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Up the middle they go. Felton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demetric Felton. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And we'll get another look now at Sam Howell in this Commanders offense. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Throw complete to Bell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Five yards remain on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll find Akins there. Complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
That's caught. It's Demetric Felton.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Watson looks to throw again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore, 27 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
York now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you could use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field, game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Watson.
That one caught by Felton.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 9-1.
Now Watson. Touchdown!
Elijah Moore
With his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The York on now for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this 1st half. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, this from 37.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now on 2nd and 16. Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's going to be taken in by Felton.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 2nd down and 6. 2nd down, Howell now.
And his throw here's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll make it third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, Howell loses it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They tried the throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security? I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Brissett, 19. Check. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Now a first down throw. Watson gets around him. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now, Felton. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. To throw is Watson. That's complete to Bell over the middle. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it was 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
York now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Howell steps away to his left. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. You you got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. And once more, Howell back to the air. And Thomas has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And again, it's Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.